Welcome back to Theater Publicity with your Drama Llama Mama. Hello, Llamas. Let's talk about how to create and what makes a good poster. The following examples I have taken from either my own personal school or from other schools that in my area of posters to give you some examples of what good posters look like. Let's get started. All right, so let's talk about examples of the things you need to have. So, who is producing? As you can see in this slide, at the arrow points to the producings. That means like LCHS Theater presents, or you could spell out your school if your school drama club has like a name for itself, like Centennial High School presents the Patriot Players. That's what I mean for production. Who's producing this production? The title. The title of the production is pretty important considering you want people to know what show they're going to. So the examples here are Playhouse Creatures and the Scottish play, but since I'm not actually in a theater, Macbeth. You can see that it's gonna need to stand out. Playhouse Creatures on the one side is the different color, so that helps. If you look at the Scottish play's title, we use a knife to kind of help emphasize the theme and to bring home the title, makes it stand out. The next important information you need to put on there is the name of the playwright. Unless it is a well-known playwright like William Shakespeare, you want to remember that you are required by most productions and most contracts to put the playwright. Now, it also depends on what size the name of the playwright's name has to be. So sometimes the playwright's name needs to be at least 50% the size of the largest font. That's just an example, but you need to put the playwright. Next, very important, is the times and dates. If you don't have the times and dates, people aren't going to know when to come see your show and the times. If you have multiple times, then we really suggest that you put them separate. So like in the Christmas Carol example, if we had a 3 p.m. show on the 8th, we would be December 6th, 7th, 8th at 7 p.m. and December 8th at 3 p.m. The more specific details you can give to your audience, the better. All right, and then obviously, it's very important that you put the location. So in these two examples, not only do they give you the name of the school where it's at, they give you the specific performance location. One being the little theater, one being the auditorium. Now, you may put the address at the bottom of the poster. I think that's always a good idea. Even though you may have the name of your school, it doesn't hurt to put the actual physical address of that building. Then we have cost of admission. It's important to let people know how much money is it going to be, or if it is any money. So example, in the Othello poster, admission is free. How nice is that? That is important information. And then while on the other side, lend me a tenor, it's $5. So if you have multiple ticket prices, then like say you have 3 for student, 5 for adults, 10 for student, etc., that would be great to put on there. Next is specific information about how to buy or get your tickets. So most of the time you can always buy at the door. Sometimes some events will give you a website to go get tickets. Sometimes you can get a QR code where you can scan it with their phone and find the tickets. You can pre-buy online. Sometimes, as you can see on the Imaginary Invalid, you have general admission, and then you also have student price. Then you can also see on the Puffs poster that you can contact them via email or via phone if you have questions about tickets and etc. You'll also notice that like a lot of theaters only do cash at the door. Sadly, we not all don't have the ability to use credit cards. That's very important to do in your poster, because if someone comes up and they're like, well, do you have an ATM? Most schools don't have an ATM on site. So they're going to have to go out and get cash and then come back, and maybe they'll be late. So it's very important to put that information on the poster. Next, any required information from your publisher. This is mainly for musicals. You've got to put the music by, the lyrics by, the book by. You need to put possibly the publisher on there. Each play and musical is different, so your director or you have to look back at your contract and see that required information because it'll be very important. Important things to remember when you create a poster is have that required information and have a focus and have a style. We're going to go in and talk about focus and style. When I'm talking about focus, I'm talking the primary reason for the poster is to tell the audience, one, the title of the play. The title should help establish the mood of the production and still be easy to read. In theory, it should be the largest part of the poster. It should draw the audience's attention and focus. Then hopefully they will come closer and read the other information more about the show. So you want to grab that focus. You want to be an eye-catching poster. Style is the general look of the poster, which you're going for. But it should go with the production. You're not going to do the Scottish play and have like gold and glitter and sparkles and candy and stuff because that wouldn't fit the theme of the play. Consider if the play is a comedy, drama, tragedy, etc. Is it modern, classic, or a period piece? Is it a realistic show or is it a fantasy show? The style of the show should and can be somewhat conveyed through such elements as the fonts you choose, the lettering you choose, the colors you choose, that artwork. That can give us, as the audience or the public, some idea of what this show is going to be like before we go to it. So there's a couple different softwares. I think the probably easiest two to use is Google Slides and Google Drawings. Now, if you have Publisher, if you're working off of Microsoft, then that's also a possibility. And then if you got that talent and know how to work Photoshop, that is another great place to do this. There's lots of other software that you can get free on iPads and stuff like that, and probably even through the Google Chrome store that can help you create posters. All right, let's talk about making posters in Google Slides. All right, so we've opened up Google Slides. You hit File, and you go to Page Setup. We're going to change the size to actual paper size that you print a poster on. So let's try 24 by 17, 18. All right, so that's not the right way. So there's letter size. You can look up the sizes of posters that you can print. And again, you go to File, Page Setup. I'm going to fix it so that I have a more vertical poster, 18 by 24. And now I have the size of the poster I want. I'm going to title it the name of the poster, the show and the poster. That way it'll be easier to find later when I have to download it. All right, next I'm going to find a background image. I can go to Google Drive and pull something from my drive. I can pull something from my photos here. Maybe some show photos or something to help really convey what's going on in the story. Maybe some publicity shots I took. So again, you can do anything on the background you want. So for this example, I'm going to change the background to this kind of color that kind of fades out just to give me some color. Then I'm going to add text box. I'm going to put in a good size font. You try to keep the font pretty big because you want it to be legible. All right, so I've written what I wanted, and now I'm going to make the font a little bit bigger and pick a font that I like, that I think represents this show. And now I'm going to insert some word art. Now, word art is a little different from text box. You can make words different colors, add like different sizes, do like a gradient in word art. So there's a little bit more options with word art. So I'm going to make the title. And the best thing about word art is you can type it and then stretch it to however big you want. and here I'm just going to kind of write the title, and then I'm going to label it, like layer it with different colors just to kind of make the title pop out more. Alright, so I got my font and my title. Now I'm going to add some sort of commanding image that maybe represents the show in somehow. I'm going to use the good almighty Google to help me find an image, and I'm going to type something in. When you type something in, especially for making posters, you want to type in things like copyright and royalty free. And I would always suggest a PNG. A PNG denotes that whatever image you download is going to have a clear background, so that you're not going to get like a white block on your poster and that the background will shine through. You can download free, copyright-free images from different websites. Here I am going to just sign in with my Google account to this website. It's totally free. They just like to keep tabs on who's downloading what. And if you can see, I can use this image for a lot of different things. Alright, I've got the image downloaded, and now I'm going to put it on my poster. You can see that since I downloaded a PNG, you can clearly see our background, and I'm layering that image. Maybe I'm going to change the font, maybe make it bolder, maybe move it around if I wanted to. I'm going to now put the playwright's name. In this case, it's my name, because this is a play that short play that I wrote. Maybe center it. So let's pretend you added everything you needed for the poster. Let's download it. You go to File, Download, and I would highly suggest downloading it as a PDF. That way you can send it to your teacher or your printer or whoever's doing your printing of your posters, and it's already in a form that they can print out. I would also suggest saving it as a PNG. That way, it is a picture that you can now put up on your social media and any other media, like your Instagram, etc. Well, I hope that helps you out. I'll see you later, Drama Llamas.